Hey, Pepperell Soccer family! So glad you decided to join us today for some winter footwork training. Every day is a new opportunity to get better at soccer, and we're going to work on some drills today. We're going to start with a little warm up. So we're going to get our bodies warmed up to start moving, and then we'll get into some footwork drills. We'll do 3 sets of footwork drills, and then end with a little cool down. Just wanted to remind you that a lot of these exercises are definitely geared more toward beginners, but I'm going to give you some more advanced modifiers and ways that you can do the very same exercise if you feel comfortable with the exercises that we're already doing. So to start, just to get our body warmed up, we're going to sweep the grass. So you can join me. You're going to bend one leg, you're going to point the other one out and lock the knee, and you're going to sweep the grass, and you're going to switch, and we're going to do this 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gets the back of our legs nice and warmed up. Now we're going to do some squats, so just standing in place. Get your feet shoulder width or a little bit wider apart, and we're going to go down 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now we're going to open the gates. So we're going to make a nice big backward circle with our knees, alternating legs. We're going to do this 10 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to make a forward circle with our knees. Do 10 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to get our hips warmed up, so we're going to swivel back and forth. Do this for about 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 10 seconds of jumping jacks. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, ready to start. So I want you to grab your soccer ball. You need a little bit of space around you. If your parents joining, they need a little bit of space as well. And we're going to be starting with toe taps. Now I want to remind you that if you are new or doing these exercises for the first time, this is both for parents and athletes. It might be difficult, or you might be figuring out or still learning how to do it. Don't worry if it's difficult, you'll get it over time. So we're going to start with toe taps. We're going to do 30 seconds of this. So the idea is whenever we're playing soccer, doing any of these exercises, we want to make sure that our knees are slightly bent. We play soccer with our knees bent and on the balls of our feet. So we want to make sure that our heels, that we're not flat on the ground, because we're not ready to move when we're stiff like this. We want to have your knees bent and be on the balls of your feet. The balls of your feet are the front part of your feet. So you can see my heels are up a little bit. So we're going to start with toe taps. Basically, you're going to go back and forth with each foot and tap the top of the ball. And the ball should stay right where it is. Looking from the front, you're going to go back and forth. And once you get comfortable, you can start doing it more quickly. If this is a little bit too easy for you, then you can move forward with the ball, pushing it forward and pushing it backwards over the course of the 30 seconds. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds and then move on to the next exercise. Okay, let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to stop counting. Show you from the side. If this is easy for you, you can push the ball forward and pull it backwards. You can also make your way around the ball if it's too easy for you. All right, time, that's 30 seconds. So in between, before we start our next thing, we're gonna do some squats. So we're gonna do 5 squats. Join me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, next we're gonna do foundations. So foundations are moving the ball back and forth between your feet. You wanna make sure that you're hitting the sweet spot in your foot, which is the arch of your foot. So you don't wanna be hitting it with the front of your foot or your heel. You wanna be, your foot has a nice shape, just like a curved soccer ball. So you wanna be hitting the ball each time with the inside of your foot, right inside your arch there. So you're gonna go back and forth and back and forth. So we'll do this for 30 seconds. And then if this is easy for you, you can move sideways, backwards, forwards. But to start, just gonna go back and forth, and you can speed up as you get more comfortable. Okay, 30 seconds, let's go. So some of you, it might look like this if you're new. But you just wanna find a nice rhythm, not hitting it too hard. Tapping the ball as you step down. Side view. And ideally the ball is just going back and forth on the same line. All right, next, we're going to do some pullbacks. So the idea behind this is players, the ball's off to the side of you, players trying to take the ball and you want to change direction suddenly, pull it away from them. You're gonna put your foot on the ball, the foot that's further away from the ball, and you're gonna pull it across your body in a straight line. And then you're gonna catch it with your other foot. And then you're gonna do the same thing, going back and forth, with the ball going back and forth on the same line. It should just be going back and forth, okay? So if you're really comfortable, you can try and do it very fast like this. But to start, just pull it back. Make sure that you rotate your hips as you're pulling it back. So I'm facing this way, pull it back, facing the opposite way, pulling it back. And let's go for 30 seconds. Show you from the side so you can see that it's just going in a straight line, back and forth. All right, time. Now, we're going to do some planks. So we're going to do 10 seconds of planks, which means getting into push-up position. If it's too hard for you to keep your knees off the ground, you can put your knees on the ground. This is going to get our core nice and strong. And we want you to touch the ball with each hand over the course of 10 seconds. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's get back up. Now we're going to go back into our toe taps. So if you remember, you're tapping the ball one at a time. And we'll do this for 30 seconds. Here we go. Try and find the rhythm if you can. Doesn't matter how fast or slow you are. If you get comfortable, you can move backwards, forwards. You can move around the ball if you want to. All right, we're gonna go back into 5 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're gonna do our 4th move. It's gonna be our last move, which is a step over. So the idea is we're trying to fake the defender or the other player to think we're going in one direction. but then we don't actually go that way. We just step past the ball. So you're going to start on one side of the ball, and with the leg that's farther away from the ball, you're going to step across it like you're going to be running in that direction, and you want to start moving with the ball. But instead of kicking it that way, you're just going to step across. And now you're on the other side of the ball. It's important to get low and step really fast. They think you're going to start running in that direction. Okay, so you're going to step right past the ball. Let's do this for 30 seconds. Here we go. Notice I'm getting my chest over my knees, getting nice and low to make it look like I'm going to start running in that direction, but I don't actually do it. Okay, so now we're going to move back to foundations. Moving the ball back and forth between our feet, making sure that we hit the arches. Let's go for 30 seconds. You can go forward and backwards if you feel comfortable. Go in a circle. Okay, now going back to our pullback. On one side of the ball, grabbing it with the far leg, pulling it straight across our body and catching it with the other leg, doing the same back and forth. Let's do this for 30 seconds. If you're comfortable, you can try and do it very quickly. Really get a strong hip rotation. That's eventually the speed that you want to get to. Going back and forth, keeping that ball on a straight line as it goes back and forth. All right, that's 30 seconds. Now we're going to go back to our plank. So touching the ball 10 times in the push-up position. Don't cheat and put your bottom up. Keep it nice and flat. If this is too difficult, you can put your knees down. Touch the ball 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. We're going to go into our step over. Here we go. 30 seconds. Stepping across the ball, getting nice and low, stepping across really fast, making the defenders think you're going in one direction. All right, great. That's our second set. We're going to do one more round of these, and then we're going to cool down. So going back to toe taps. Here we go, 30 seconds. If you're feeling comfortable, you can try and pick up the speed, go really fast, going backwards, going forwards. But make sure that you're doing it correctly with good form. That's the most important thing. Go around the ball. All right, that's 30 seconds. Now we're going to get into squats. Do 5 squats with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, moving into foundations. Going back and forth with the ball between our feet. Making sure you stay up on the balls of your feet and your knees are slightly bent. You should be slightly leaning over the ball as well. And the ball should be right under you. It shouldn't be out here where I don't have good balance. I should be right on top of the ball. Go in a circle if you feel comfortable. Go forward, backwards, or just stay in place, whatever's most comfortable for you. Okay, next we're going back into the pullback. So the ball's on one side, we reach across, pull it across our body, doing it for 30 seconds. And for those of you that are already comfortable with this, I would challenge you to get even faster, because there's a difference between basement practice speed and game speed. So you always want to be doing things as close to game speed as possible, because when it comes time for an actual game, then you're going to be ready to do it fast. Next, we're going to do our step overs. So here we go, 30 seconds, 1, and lastly, we're going to go into our plank. Push-up position, keep your bottom nice and low, touching the ball 10 times. Okay, so that's it for our footwork drills. We're going to move into a little cool down, just to cool our bodies down. After this stream ends, it will be available to rewatch, so you can pull it up every day if you like. We're also going to be doing more streams, so make sure to tune in the future.